walk through the room and see fragments of us scattered everywhere. A jacket draped across the chair, your perfume still clinging to the air. Photographs smiling though the story is ended. I try to gather the pieces, but they cut into my hands, leaving me bleeding with memory. Nights grow longer without your voice to soften them, and the silence grows heavier than any fight we ever had. I replay our last words, wishing I could pull them back, rewrite the ending before it broke us apart. The streets outside keep moving, strangers passing, lights flickering, but I feel frozen in the wreckage.
Half-finished cup of coffee left cooling on the table. Your absence whispered through the walls, through the sheets that no longer carried warmth. I wanted to chase after you. echo of your footsteps fading down the hall. A silent goodbye that cut deeper than words ever could. Leaving me with nothing but emptiness and unanswered questions. just right. I believed them, held them close, built my world around them. But glass doesn't bend, it breaks. I watched every vow shatter, falling like sharp rain, cutting into the future we imagined. The words you once whispered now taste bitter, hollow, stripped of their meaning. I walk through the ruins of what we had, careful not to step too hard, afraid of bleeding again. Knowing I must leave them behind, even if they glitter with the memory of you.
hate you, but the truth is worse. I miss you with every part of me. Nights without answers are cruel teachers, forcing me to face myself in the dark. Still I keep listening, hoping the quiet will one day reveal the reason why. Though deep inside I already know love was not enough to keep us. last hope I had left.
Places we once claimed as ours, and all I hear are echoes. The cafe hums with laughter, but none of it belongs to us. The park sways with children's voices, but your hand is no longer in mine. Everywhere I turn I find the ghost of what we were, our shadows stitched into the pavement, our voices carved into the air. I try to ignore them, to walk faster, but memory is stubborn, chasing me down every street. I close my ears, yeah, your voice breaks through, whispering words that once made me whole. Echoes are cruel companions, they remind me of beauty, but leave me holding emptiness. Still I cannot silence them, they are the remnants of love, the proof of something real, even if it is gone. And so I walk with echoes, carrying both comfort and pain in equal measure.
First morning without you felt like drowning. Air too heavy to take in, but slowly I taught myself to breathe again. I opened the window, let the sunlight spill across the floor. Listen to the city wake outside. Each and each exhale released a piece of you. I walk streets that once broke me, but this time I noticed the sky instead of the emptiness. The rhythm of footsteps became a song of survival, steady and quiet but mine. I still carry scars, but they no longer bleed. They remind me that I endure. Breathing again is not forgetting, it is forgiving myself for holding on too long. And with every breath I reclaim space inside me, building a life where love can exist without chains. I am not healed yet, but I am living, and that is enough. It's about knowing I don't disappear when love does now. When I face the mirror, I see someone whole, someone learning to be her own anchor. spot. Glass fractured like the words we threw at each other. For weeks I avoided it, pulling curtains tight, afraid of what it reminded me of. But this morning sunlight pushed through, spilling golden rays across the broken lines. And instead of pain I saw beauty, shards turning into prisms, bending light into color. Maybe healing is like that, finding brightness through what was shattered. Spread across my skin, breathing slowly, accepting that scars don't erase, they transform. The city stirred awake beyond the glass, its rhythm urging me forward. I realized I didn't need perfection, didn't need to fix every break. Morning light taught me that even fractured things can shine, and so can I, from broken glass. I found my first glimpse of hope.
Trace the calendar with my fingers, realizing I and I keep walking forward. catch me when I fail, but I've grown wings of my own, stitched from pain, strengthened by hope. They are not perfect, feathers bent, edges rough, but they are mine. I spread them wide, feeling the rush of air. Carry me higher than before. Freedom taste bittersweet, flavored with loss yet sweet, and with courage I no longer need your voice to guide me. No longer crave your hands to hold me steady. I am learning to trust the wind, to trust myself. Each flight begins shaky, but grows steadier, bolder. I look down at the ruins and realize I am no longer trapped there. My wings are my salvation, proof that even broken hearts can soar. And as the horizon glows ahead, I know I will never be grounded again.
Inside me burns a fire that refuses to fade. It dimmed when you left, smoldered beneath ashes of regret, but it never died. Each day I fed it with small victories, waking up, breathing deeper, choosing not to look back. Now the flames rise again, not wild but steady, strong enough to guide me forward. I walk through the city at night, its lights flickering like sparks that answer my own. The fire inside no longer seeks you, it seeks me. The man I am becoming. It warms me when the world feels cold, reminds me that survival is not enough. I was made to live, to burn brighter than before. You may have been part of my story, but you are not my ending.
into tomorrow is not escape. It is freedom, it is hope. It is the sound of my heart beating stronger. And as the horizon opens wide, I know we'll not look back.
Fire had destroyed me, but from the ashes I rose, stronger than the flame that tried to break me. Every scar became a map, guiding me back to myself. Walk with steadier steps now, not chasing what was lost, but building what can be. The past is a room behind me, yet it glows with lessons I carry forward. I am not the man who fell, I am the man who stood again. Shaped by survival, sharpened by pain, renewed by hope. The ashes no longer smell of endings, they breathe beginnings. I gather them in my hands, let them scatter into the wind. Proof that I have let go, born from the ashes. I no longer fear fire. I am fire, I am light, I'm alive. Nothing, not even heartbreak, can unmake me.
It is remembering without gain, breathing without fear, standing without doubt. It is mine, hard-earned, unbreakable. I close my eyes and feel it flow deeper. A river of courage, a song of survival. Freedom in my veins reminds me I was never meant to be caged. I was meant to soar, and now I finally am.
I search for a home in others, in arms that could hold me, in voices that could soothe the storm. But now I know home has always lived inside me. It is the steady beat of my own heart. I find when I close my eyes the strength I carry in silence. I walk through the world no longer lost, because I carry my belonging wherever I go. Walls may fall, people may leave, but I remain grounded and whole. I decorate this inner home with hope, with dreams, with the lessons carved from pain. There is peace here, not perfect, but true. For the first time, I don't fear being alone. I rest within myself, and it is enough. Home is not a place, not a person, it is me, standing tall in my own skin, unshaken.
silence broke me now. Catch the sun reflecting colors I never knew existed. I step into the day with open hands, unafraid of what may come. Love may find me again, or it may not, but I am whole either way. My laughter rings clearer, my eyes shine stronger, and every step feels like a victory. The night taught me sorrow, but the dawn teaches me joy. Brighter than before, I carry myself into the world. Flame, steady and kind. I am not defined by who left, but by who I became. And as I walk forward, I know this truth. I